Bob Hall here with Hallsome Farm, making another sustainable farming video. Today we're going to talk about putting in drip lines. And you can see all the trees, and we just got done planting 120 evergreen trees to grow as a hedge. And while we've got this, I'm going to, a pear tree, a peach tree, and a plum tree, I'm going to splice into the line, drip line that we've already put in, and add these three trees for watering. And you can see I go all the way up the side of the fence here, and then I'll show you in a little bit. Up there where that mound is another food forest line, and I'm going to tie into another line that we've installed here, drip line, and put drip line along that tree line, just to help out, because sometimes in the summer here, you know, the food forest and the swells do well. A little extra water wouldn't hurt. And these trees here I planted several years ago, and they don't they're not on a swell at all, so I have to hand water them. And since I've now got these drip lines in, it's just going to be easier to add them to the current system. And here's the valve system. It's just manual, because when we have rain I don't need to water. And I've got all these trees on 4 gallon per hour drips, and there's 40 trees on each line, so I have 3 lines, and that puts out 2.71 gallons per minute, which is more than sufficient. You can go up to 4 gallons per minute, and these half-inch lines with the drip will work fine. When you buy these lines, they've got booklets that they've got for free that you can look through, and it'll help you calculate all the size of the drip line, the size of the line, how many drips you can have on it, and that kind of thing. And I could actually have almost 60, but since I had 120, it was easy to divide by 3, and I've got some excess, so I'm going to go ahead and use the excess on these other fruit trees. So I'll get started and show you how to splice in and set up a drip line. Okay, I'm going to show you how to tie in. I've got a T, and these lines, they just pressure fit in. This is a low pressure system. It only does here we've got pressure reducers, and it only allows 25 psi for the water, so it's a low pressure system. And hopefully this is gonna work out. I need to install the emitter. So you got this little 1/4 inch tubing. You're gonna need a small barb fitting and your emitter. In this case, this is a 4 gallon per hour emitter. And you need a tool. Now they make a straight hand punch tool, and if you're only doing 1 or 2, that's fine. I think it's $3 or $4. This is $10, and it's worth the money. You put the black hose in here, squeeze, and this little punch comes out, punches your hole, and makes life a whole lot easier. Now, I put a glove on because the hardest part of this to me is getting this little barb into this 1/4 inch tubing. You kind of got to twist it around and get it all the way in there. Now it's a good fit. The emitter has a barb on it as well, and because it's bigger, and it's usually a lot easier to press fit in, and you can spin it real nice. And there you go. Now, here's the important thing. When you got a tree, you don't want the water going directly at the trunk. It won't do the tree any good, and it may even rot the trunk. Now I still got some wood chips to put on here, but what you want to do is you want to be able to water the drip line, which is the outside of the tree. That's where the water, the tree gets the water from its root system, is out here. So don't put the water right there. So if we look at this, we can put that over the, make one little punch, it's done. Then this part snaps in pretty easy. And now we've got a drip right around the drip line, 4 gallons per minute. And that's all it is. I'm going to go do the other 2 trees and put the end cap on, and we'll fire this one up and watch it work. Okay, I've got all 3 trees hooked up and teed in right there, and I've got the water running and everything's looking good. See if I zoom in. Can you see the water right there coming out? That's what for. Let me zoom out so I'm not so shaky. And I wanted to show you around here the emitters. I do have mulch around these trees, and the emitters I buried in the mulch. And I buried all the emitters in the mulch. They'll work just fine that way, and it'll keep them from moving. And you can see here, and that's zoom in again. There's the end cap, and it just press fits on just like the others. And now you can see all this black tubing everywhere exposed. So I found a place that I can buy a yard at a time of mulch, just, you know, regular old different trees and wood and stuff chipped up for $10 a yard. And so I'm going to get about 3-4 yards of that, and we'll put on all these exposed drip lines. You can see around all the trees I've got some real nice mulch. It was a lot more expensive, and that's to help also feed the tree and protect the tree and keep moisture there. But we're going to take some of the cheaper mulch and just mulch all the exposed line. In the summertime, that'll help the longevity of the line, and in the wintertime it should help freezing issues, even though I have set up a drainage system so when it gets real cold I can drain. But and it should help a little bit with weeds, even though we'll get weeds. But anyway, we're done planting the trees, and now I'm going to go up on the hill and do that food forest line. But this shows you how to put in a drip line. Actually, this is the first drip line I've done with this type of a system. I've always used PVC and drilled my own holes and done that in the past, but this is actually cheaper and quicker to put in. And I've noticed with the PVC lines, they don't take the sun very well either. But you can weed eat around them. So I know this is going to be a problem here. I'm not going to be able to weed eat in here anymore, because weed eating will tear up this line. But anyway, that shows you how it's done, and we'll continue making videos. If you like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel, and we're all about showing ways of doing things sustainably and making life easier on the farm, and using the resources we've got. So this is Bob Hall signing off, and thank you for watching.